Hello friends and welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Big Winter, and for those of you joining us for the first time, don't worry, you're not missing out on much. This is literally the second video on the channel, so you're pretty much up to date. I have been live streaming on Twitch for about 2+ years now. I'm finally getting into the YouTube space, and what better way to get into YouTube than a classic YouTube trope? We're going with a day in the life of a content creator. I'll walk you through the day. Come enjoy it with me, friends. Let's go. So the day starts at about 9 a.m. Got up this morning and did a few chores, but normally the first thing I do, especially when I have gym on that particular day, is I head into the office and I start my mobility routine. So the majority of my routine here is focused around my lower back. For those of you that don't know, I've got 2 bulging discs in my lower back. So the majority of these stretches are revolving around kind of stretching up my lower back and my glutes, making sure I'm nice and mobile. I tend to focus on my lower back even when I'm not training legs, doing deadlifts or squats or anything like that. So today we did chest, but yeah, I spend the majority of this routine working on that. So this one here, again, just stretching out the lower back, the glutes, rocking back and forth just a little bit here. Again, if anyone would like to know the entire routine that I do every single time, I can do a more in-depth video describing why I'm doing each particular exercise and everything like that. But given that it's a more general day in the life, I thought I would just kind of briefly touch on each of these points. Now this stretch, although it looks a bit weird, is honestly one of my favorites. It's been super helpful since adding it into my routine. It takes a little while to get set up and everything, but I do about 10 to 20 extensions per leg, and this helps stretch out my back, my glutes, everything like that. And again here, just rocking back and forth, opening up the hips, making sure I'm nice and mobile. This is another one of those stretches which is honestly a godsend. It's so good. So here, this really helps stretch out the quads, the hips, lower back, thoracic as well. I reach around like this and then swap over to the other side, making sure I'm not, leaving anything untouched. And genuinely, this is so good. So if you have not done any kind of mobility before, or you're looking for something to add into your routine, add this. Genuinely, it's so good. And because I spent a lot of time with the lower back, I thought I'd stretch out the upper back here, stretching out the lats, swapping over from left to right here, making sure that, again, spend a lot of time with the lower back, so making sure I'm getting some of the upper back, stretching out the rear delts and the thoracic spine here, reaching through, kind of pushing against the ground. It's genuinely really good. And then I work on kind of my ankle and hip mobility here, lower back too. So I just kind of grab the ankles. I call this the frog squat for obvious reasons. But yeah, a little bit of rocking side to side really helps stretch out the hamstrings and the glutes a bit more. And then we're done with the mobility. And once we're done with that, we head into the kitchen. This is how I make my kind of custom Sneak pre-workout. Shout out Sneak. So all I need here is Sneak, obviously. Main ingredient, I went with the sour apple today. We get 1 kind of big level scoop. I tend to add a bit more water than is recommended just because I like to, savor it. I like to drink it throughout my workout. And then beta-alanine here, doesn't matter which brand, but you want about 3 to 4 grams, which for me is 2 of these scoops. That's going to help me with focus in the gym. And then I move to citrulline malate, which is going to help with getting a pump. So the Sneak shakers are about 10 grams. So I didn't quite fill it. Got it to about 7 grams, added that in. Make sure the lid is nice and screwed on because I made a mess the other day because it wasn't. Give that a good old shake, make sure it's nice and mixed up. And boom, you, my friend, are ready for a fantastic workout. So today we hit chest, shoulders, and triceps. So I started off here with 4 sets of 8 on the incline, and then I did 2 back off sets of 12 here, which you can see. And then I moved over to hitting some more shoulders. So I did 4 sets of 8. Again, I'm kind of tired after the incline, not gonna lie. So I did 4 sets of 8 of this, followed by 2 sets of 12 as well, just to kind of, burn out the shoulders. And then moved over to this leaning lateral raise. I find it's the best to kind of get a good stop at the bottom. It really helps me without swinging and get a good contraction in the kind of lateral head of the delts. I prefer this to kind of seated or standing because you can't really cheat on it, which is really good. And we moved over to, I think I did 4 sets of 12 today. It's one of my lighter days, so I just wanted to get a really good contraction in the pecs here, and I definitely got that. And then finally, we moved over to triceps here. So I started with 3 sets of 10 of these single arm kind of push downs here, then moved over to some overhead kind of more skull crusher movements on the cable machine here, getting a really good stretch at the bottom there. We did 3 sets of 12 to finish off. Swapping over to the left arm here. Again, I have got 3 pins in my left shoulder, so they are technically different and move differently. So I make sure I do a lot of unilateral work. And then finally, we finished off with some boxing. I found this to be the best cardio, and it's honestly the most fun. I haven't been boxing very long, and I've only really done bag work and some slight footwork. So you can see here, I'm not necessarily the greatest boxer, but I've been really enjoying it, and it's just a fun way to get some cardio in, and it's such good exercise. Genuinely, it's so good. But after that, I rushed home and made sure to get myself some breakfast. So what I tend to have for most breakfasts is I have a 4-egg omelet, which you can see me putting in the pan here. I add a little bit of kind of Cajun seasoning and some salt, and I have it with 4 Richmond vegan sausages. Just chuck those bad boys in the air fryer. The air fryer has been so good. Honestly, I love it. It makes cooking so much easier. It's genuinely not a massive deal, but it just little quality of life improvements here. So made sure to get my breakfast in before starting the stream, and I realized I really didn't have that much time before the stream today because filming took a lot longer than I was anticipating. My workout ended up being nearly twice as long as it usually is. I tend to spend about 45 to 60 minutes and then about 20 minutes of boxing at the end there. So I took about 2+ hours filming everything this time. So I needed to make some fried rice that I could eat during the stream. So that's what I was doing here. I have about 2 eggs, and I make sure I get a good, healthy serving of rice just so I can kind of snack on it in the breaks on stream. And then of course, you know me, got to get some more Sneak, power me through that stream. So I've got a big old scoop of the breakfast orange here. It is my favorite flavor by far. Yeah, look how beautiful this looks. Bam. You love to see it. And that's what gives me, the energy to keep going for a 3 to 4 hour stream. Speaking of which, I then took my breakfast and my Sneak into the other room, and I cracked on with kind of getting things ready for the stream. I spend, ideally, when I have the time, about 15-30 minutes setting up before the stream. Just, changing the title of the stream, making sure I'm on the right category, updating all the games that I need to update, making sure that everything is running smoothly. If you know me and you've been in the streams before, things rarely go smoothly. We tend to have a couple of technical issues per stream, or I'll forget to do something. But I'm pretty sure I managed to get everything sorted for this stream. Wasn't sure if I was going to play Valorant or Hades, so I made sure that both games were updated. And we ended up going with Valorant today, and it was a lot of fun. So here you see me actually starting the stream, going live. I tend to start every single stream with a just chatting section. You can see me here getting out the Bean Boozled. I have a redeem on stream where somebody can redeem it and I'll have to eat one. Of course, it was a bad one. I'm pretty sure it was dirty dishwasher, so you can see the look of disgust on my face here. But it was a really, really fun stream. And if you've never been part of the stream before, I will leave a couple of clips to play through here just so you can get a taste. I hope everybody had fun during the 8-hour stream. I'm going to be completely transparent. I honestly might just show you the stats from that stream. Again, I tell people not to focus on the stats of their streams. But if I bring this up, again, I'm going to show you what my dashboard looks like right now. This was the stream. Flip those 2 numbers around and hey, we're at partner levels. But that's for another day. Twitch partner has been a big goal of ours for a long time, but honestly, it's semi on the backboard for me right now. It's something that will come with time as opposed to something that I can actively work on harder right now. But my big goal is YouTube partner. My secondary goal is 1,000 followers on TikTok. So hey, you want to help me get there? Let's do it. I'd be proud of you too. Thank you, for real. Much love. Came so far. Hey, I'm trying. I'm doing my best out here. I'm doing my best. Oh God. Oh God, they're coming A/mid.
One enemy remaining. Hey, reloading.
Can I cross this or do I get poisoned?
Last player standing.
Okay, it's good to know.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Oh, good job.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Clutch.
Sheesh. Hell yeah, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Apologies we didn't get as much Valo with the community as I was expecting, but I had a ton of fun. I definitely streamed some Valo again. It was really cool to play. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will see you all tomorrow. But much love, my friends. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you all very soon. Much love. After every stream, I tend to de-stream. I spend usually a little bit of time with Pinky, but she was away this day, so I thought I would hang out in a buddy of mine stream. We raided through to Brad, got my desk in the stand mode, and I thought I would crack on with a bunch of editing. I gathered all the footage from my phone because I shot most of the gym and remaining footage from earlier in the day on my iPhone. Genuinely, it took a lot longer than I thought it would because I'm not particularly proficient at editing, so I totally forgot to have dinner. So the next clip you're going to see is me just sitting here eating some cereal, kind of de-stressing a little bit after editing for far more hours than I was anticipating, but it's all good. I got this video out and you truly do love to see it. So my friends, thank you very much for joining me on this day in the life of Big Winter. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Much love.